This is the mid-unit assessment test corrections video. Which parallelogram has an area of 60 square units? Show your work for each question. So if I look at this, I remember that the formula for the area of a parallelogram is equal to base times height. So the first thing I have to do is I have to find my bases and my heights. So that's what I'm going to do first. So here's my right angle. So that means that this height and this base correspond with each other. Here's my right angle, which means that this height and this base correspond with each other. Here's my right angle. This base and this height correspond with each other. And finally, here's my right angle. This height and this base correspond with each other. All right, so first one. 10 times 12, 120. So 60? No. All right, here I have 10, but I don't know how long this side is. But I know a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and equal. So that's 6. So 10 times 6, that is 60. So that one works. Okay, let's make sure there are no other ones that work. All right, down here I've got 12 times 15. So I'm going to use my calculator. 12 times 15. That is 180. So that one does not work. Next one, I've got 6. And then I don't know the length of this line, but I know once again that that is a parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. So 6 times 6, which is 36. So no. So the correct answer for this question was B. It was 60 square units. All right, next one. Select all the triangles that have an area of 30 square units. So I'm going to write my formula for triangles. Area equals base times height divided by 2, or area equals 1/2 base times height. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is highlight my bases and my heights. So here's my right angle, base, and height. 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 Remember, we don't include this bit here because we added that to find the base and the height. All right, so here I go. Base times height divided by 2. 6 times 10, which is 60, divided by 2 is 30. So this one works. All right, next one. 10 times 8.66. So 10 times 8.66 is 86.6. Divided by 2 is 43.3. No. Next one. 6 times 10 again. Divided by 2, 60 divided by 2 is 30. This one works. All right, down the bottom of the page. 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Divided by 2 is 24. No. Last one. 3 times 10. Ooh, that's 30. But it's a triangle. Divided by 2, so that's 15. So that one does not work. So A and C were your correct answers for this question. All right, next page. And make sure when you're doing your corrections, you're writing down all of the work. All right, on the next page. Select all the parallelograms that have an area of 16 square units. So I want to do all of the parallelograms, which are base times height, that have an area of 16 square units. So the first thing I'm going to do again is to find my bases and my heights. So if I look at my figure here, looking for one of my cards. Here we go. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my bases. So I'll call this my base, this my base, this my base. Oof, this one's a night. I'm going to go with this as my base. All right. So remember that we're going to go, these are our ends, so we want to slide along our base, have our little guy walking along the base, walk, 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 walk. I could stop here or I could stop here. It doesn't matter. So walk, 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 stop there. That's my height. All right. This one, I could stop here or I could stop here. So I'm going to walk, 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 walk. Stop right there. Got to make it straight, make it a right angle. All right, this one, got to turn sideways. So I could stop here or here. So I'm going to stop. Walk, 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 walk. That is my height right there. Okay, and finally, oh, this is a square, so that's easy. Right here. Okay, so now I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so area of 16, so I'm going to multiply. 3 times 5 equals 15. No. 4 times 4 equals 16. Yes. 2 times 8 equals 16. Yes. 4 times 4 equals 16. Yes. So the correct answer was B, C, and D. All right, the next one. On each triangle, draw a segment to represent the height that corresponds to the given base. Label each height with the word height. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my bases. So this is my base, and this is my base. So if this is my base, that's where my height has to go. If this is my base, that's where my height has to go. So I'm going to walk, walk, walk. Here we go. Walk, 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 walk. Walk along the base, walk along the base, walk along the base. Keep going, keep going. Keep it lined up, keep going, stop. Height had to be out here. Draw your right angle, and then it said to write the word height. Okay? All right, here we go. Now we have to turn upside down. And they're going to walk. Walk, 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 stop. Draw my right angle. That is my height. All right, next one. Draw two distinct parallelograms, both with areas of 18 square units. So something times something had to equal 18. So I'm thinking of the factors of 18. So one set of factors of 18 is 1 times 18. Another set of factors is 2 times 9. Another set of factors is 3 times 6. 4 doesn't work. 5 doesn't work. And 6, we started there. So 1 by 18 is going to be a long, skinny one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. All right. 2 by 9. Oops. And then 3 by 6. And there you go. So, should have had 2 of those. And the last question, the big question. All right, this one. It says, find the area of the given figure. Explain your reasoning. I had a hard time figuring out how to divide this up, so I put it in a box. And the way I drew my box was I wanted to enclose the entire figure coming off the vertices of that. So now I've got my box. Box measures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the area of my box is 54 square units. Now I've got to take out these parts that I don't know the areas of, and they're all triangles, so I need to do base times height divided by 2 for all of them. So this distance here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this distance here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 4 is 16 divided by 2, 8. So the area of this triangle is 8. Now I'm going to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So 5 times 2 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. So this triangle has an area of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same as this one. 4 times 4 is 16, divided by 2 is 8. And then down here, 1, 2, by 1, 2. 2 times 2 is 4, divided by 2 is 2. So the area of this is 2. So the whole thing is 54. I need to take away 8 and 2 and 5 and 8 from 54. So I'm going to add that up. 8 and 2 and 5 and 8. So I know that 8 and 2 make 10, and 5 and 8 make 13. So 10 plus 13, that's 23. So I'm going to subtract that, because it wasn't really there, away from the 54. 31. So the area of this is 31 square units. All right. Next one is this one. The figure of a wall is given in feet. How many square feet, that means I need to find the area, would be needed to cover the wall? So when I was a little kid, I used to draw houses, and they looked like this. So the bottom of my house is 6 by 8. So this rectangle down here is 6 times 8, which is 48 square units. So that's the bottom. The middle of the house, I know that this distance is 6, but this whole line is 9. So I need to figure out how long that little blue line is, the height of this triangle. So if this whole line is 9, and this part of the line is 6, 9 take away 6 means that this is 3. So the height of this triangle is 3, because 3 plus 6 makes 9. All right, so now I need to find the area of the triangle. I need to remember that area equals base times height divided by 2. So my height is 3. My base is here, and that's the same distance as this. So this is 8. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 8, or 8 times 3, it doesn't matter, get 24, and divide that by 2, which is going to give me 12. So this part was 48, this part is 12, so I'm going to add those together. So 48 plus 12 is 60 square feet. So that should have been written here. That's explaining my reasoning. All right, now it says down at the bottom, wallpaper is sold in rolls that are 2 feet wide. What is the minimum length you would need to purchase to cover the wall? So I'm going to be dividing up my wallpaper to put it on my wall. So I'm going to do 60 divided by 2, which gives me 30 rolls. All right, that's it.